Fowler here with Kirkland Street. Let's get this thing underway.
Away to get us going here. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over.
An effective play, good for a first down at the 35.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. And they'll give it to the back. Breaks loose at the 45. And that gain moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Noles will have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back, throws it to the right, and the sophomore a little bit too much air into that throw.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
The misfire on first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 46. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. This will be interesting. They're going to trust the kicker from 57 yards out. Can he get it there?
Oh, he missed it. Off target that time.
And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
Off the 57-yard field goal miss, the offense sets up around the 40. Handoff running right. Gets into space at the 50. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
On first down, it's play action. Looking to make a play deep downfield.
Deep ball caught inside the 10. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal.
And the Bulldogs looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. A run to the left, trying to find pay dirt.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Here comes a handoff. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Second down play coming up. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. The Noles are moving quickly down the field.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I'll tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
Here comes a first down pass attempt.
On the move now. He finds some space. Makes the first on his own, looking for more now. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The Seminoles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Gibson. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now we want a draw play. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display. And that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. They'll run it to the left. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, hold him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got him probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Toss play to the outside. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the 1st down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Looking to throw. It's Holstein. Receiver makes the grab, and the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Wants to throw it. The pass is incomplete. Unclear where the intended receiver was that time.
But that was a bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. The mechanics were a bit shaky.
Two backs now flanking the quarterback. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. With the catch, it's Frazier. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Frazier.
But you got 3rd down. The offense has the advantage here on 3rd down to be able to get the ball downfield. They make the completion, but this defense is just flying around. They make the catch, but they have nowhere to go after.
The Dogs will have to kick it away. This will be the first punt tonight for this offense. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. They'll test the right side here. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. They've completed the first quarter, and the run game has dominated. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build a promising start. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Green. He's found some room at the 45. They finally grab the senior, but not before he leads the defense on a chase.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This offense moves into enemy territory inside the 45 after that big play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. He lets it go on the move. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. And there's the handoff. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Short connection to the tight end here. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Green. Touchdown, Knowles. That's how you finish a play.
Chris, this guy's listed as a tight end, but to me, he's really a wide receiver. Here's an example of how he can use his size and speed to overmatch this defense for a touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Pringle. Tackled at the 31, so makes a good choice bringing it out of the end zone. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Quick throw over the middle. The tight end makes the catch downfield. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Defense looking to bring heavy pressure here. First down, looking to throw the football. Catch made in space. Look out. Tackled immediately, but not before he gets the ball inside the 20. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there. The Dogs will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Looking to throw yet again.
Tremendous protection. There was bound to be somebody open. Touchdown, Dogs.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And it's up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. They're going to run it. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Gibson. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting close to the midfield. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the 1st.
The shotgun running play call. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Important 2nd down play coming up. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Using his legs here. Picks up the 1st and is still going. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
What a good job here by this quarterback, being very conscious of both the line to gain for that 1st down, as well as not necessarily taking a big hit early in this game. Great situational awareness and a 1st down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Movement here from the tight end. He'll hand it off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Running back with the football. Breaks into open space. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Come up on third down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Important third down play coming up. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
He keeps it on a design run. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
Timeout, Florida State.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Running out of time in the pocket. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick this away to begin the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pringle. To be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They're looking for some points to jump on top here as we get the third quarter going. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Breaks a tackle on the play, makes a decent gain.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, and really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Looking for a gap. It's Pringle. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense.
Can he get there on the ground? He's got the first and still going. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. The sure hands. It's James.
They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Or the quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in a quick slant, gets some really good yards.
It's a bunch formation.
And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So they have to come up with something here on 3rd down after the incompletion. Now they run the draw play.
Gets the first and still running.
He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting a pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
And then 1st down, they go right back to him.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That is 2 consecutive runs for first downs. Give credit to the offensive line and this back really getting into a rhythm, and they got this defense on its heels.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Looking for some space. It's Frazier. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle. Well, a lot of times as a play caller, you go to the draw play because you feel the defensive front is just consumed with trying to get pressure on the quarterback. They go with the draw, but the defense is completely locked in. Does a nice job of showing discipline to completely negate the play.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking for his big tight end. Pop over the middle. It's Williams. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2. The Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Touchdown, Georgia. And they jump on top here in the second half.
Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gain in there.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wanke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward, man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Keeping it on the ground here. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling him to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. And now the handoff.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. On the ground, it's Frazier. The pickup is 6, makes it third down and 4.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear the defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Breaking free at midfield. Now here he goes. At the 10 now. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards and a touchdown? That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
And the extra point makes it a 28-14 game. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one away.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Offense will keep it on the ground here.
Breaking free at the 35.
They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain. Getting closer to midfield now.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball.
Taking a deep shot here to the right. Makes the catch for a huge gain right near the sideline.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back.
The receiver grabs it.
Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking for his big tight end.
Oh, and it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking right, this one caught. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple of scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
QB keeper all the way. Will not be brought down.
He's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Davidson. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. We'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Oh, I know this quarterback loves to take this shot downfield on the go route. Not able to connect this time, but you can guarantee this offense will look for those quick shot opportunities again.
They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
And that's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Leaning on the run game here. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Going to set up third down.
I think that quarterback seemed to feel the pressure there. It looked like he was throwing off of his back foot, and man, did he catch a break. That ball should have been intercepted.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Stopped right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
But we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. Do you think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest?
An inside deal now from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the fourth quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. So second and short here, exactly what you want when you try to run the clock out and secure the victory. Motion now from the tight end. Handoff here from the shotgun. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving, but there's still a lot of work here on third down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Put the ball in his hands and work his magic.
To the air, it's Holstein. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
What a hit there on third down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big fourth down play.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Leading here in the fourth quarter to keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Might be for the ball game. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. That was crucial, Kirk. Barring something crazy, that should be enough to secure a mild upset in this early season showdown game.
On paper, this looked like an upset, but they sure carried themselves out there tonight like they were favored. Still a long way to go, still can get better, but possibly this football team could make a run in the postseason.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. They fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And it's second down and goal now for this offense. Trying to get to the end zone, they'll run it left. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. And And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. He made it. 3 points on the board. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking for the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. And he drops back in the gun.
Taking a deep shot here late in the game.
Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
To dart to the left side.
And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this time he misses his intended target, but this receiver has been a key today. They want to try to just keep feeding him.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Needs a completion here on 4th down.
Looking to scramble. And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Well, Chris, they just had to go for us here. With the time that they have left, down by a couple possessions, really didn't have much of a choice. A really good effort to go for it, to try to keep this game alive, just not enough.
And with the game in hand, the offense just takes a knee. Well, Kirk, based on the rankings, this technically is an upset. We just watched 2 really good teams slug it out, and the team that came in lower ranked picks up the W.
Well, I can't believe you said slug it out. That's a first from you, but I agree. 2 ranked teams going head-to-head. Really a fun game to watch, and now let's see how they respond after the results of this game. That could be very interesting to their season.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.